Alright, so now we go to the link in the description, and from there we're gonna go to the downloads, and here you can find all the materials of all courses and projects, but the one that we need now is the SQL Data Warehouse projects. So let's go to the link, and here we have a bunch of links that we need for the projects, but the most important one to get all data and files is this one, download all project files. So let's go and do that, and after you do that you're gonna get a zip file where you have there a lot of stuff. So let's go and extract it, and now inside it, if you go over here, you will find the repository structure from Git, and the most important one here is the data sets. So you have two sources, the CRM and the ERP, and in each one of them there are 3 CSV files. So those are the data sets for the projects. For the other stuffs, don't worry about it, we will be explaining that during the project. So go and get the data and put it somewhere at your PC where you don't lose it. Okay, so now what else do we have? We have here a link to the Git repository. So this is the link to my repository that I have created through the projects. So you can go and access it, but don't worry about it. We're gonna explain the whole structure during the project, and you will be creating your own repository. And as well, we have the link to the Notion. Here we are doing the project management. Here you're gonna find the main steps, the main phases of the SQL projects that we will do, and as well all the tasks that we will be doing together during the projects. And now we have links to the project tools. So if you don't have it already, go and download the SQL Server Express. So it's like a server that's gonna run locally at your PC where your database gonna live. Another one that you have to download is the SQL Server Management Studio. It is just a client in order to interact with the database, and there we're gonna run all our queries. And then link to the GitHub, and as well a link to the Draw.io. If you don't have it already, go and download it. It is free and amazing tool in order to draw diagrams. So through the projects we will be drawing data models, the data architecture, a data lineage. So a lot of stuff we'll be doing using this tool. So go and download it. And the last thing, it is nice to have, you have a link to the Notion where you can go and create, of course, free accounts if you want to build the project plan, and as well follow me by creating the project steps and the project tasks. Okay, so that's all. Those are all the links for the projects. So go and download all those stuff, create the accounts, and once you are ready, then we continue with the projects. Alright, so now I hope that you have downloaded all the tools and created the accounts. Now it's time to move to a very important step that almost all people skip while doing projects, and that is by creating the project plan. And for that, we will be using the tool Notion. Notion is, of course, a free tool, and it's gonna help you to organize your ideas, your plans, and resources all in one place. I use it very intensively for my private projects, like for example, creating this course. And I can tell you, creating a project plan is the key to success. Creating a data warehouse project is usually very complex, and according to Gartner reports, over 50% of data warehouse projects fail. And my opinion about any complex project, the key to success is to have a clear project plan. So now at this phase of the project, we're gonna go and create a rough project plan, because at the moment we don't have yet clear understanding about the data architecture. So let's go. Okay, so now let's create a new page and let's call it Data Warehouse Projects. The first thing is that we have to go and create the main phases and stages of the projects. And for that, we need a table. So in order to do that, hit slash and then type database inline. And then let's go and call it something like Data Warehouse Epics. And we're gonna go and hide it because I don't like it. And then on the table, we can go and rename it. Like for example, projects epics, something like that. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go and list all the big tasks of the project. So an epic is usually like a large task that needs a lot of efforts in order to solve it. So you can call it epics, stages, phases of the project, whatever you want. So we're gonna go and list our project steps. So it starts with the requirements, analyzes, and then designing, data architecture, and another one we have the project's initialization. So those are the 3 big tasks in the project first. And now what do we need? We need another table for the small chunks of the tasks, the subtasks. And we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to go and hit slash and we're going to search for the table inline. And we're going to do the same thing. So first we're going to call it data warehouse tasks. And then we're going to hide it. And over here, we're going to rename it and say this is the project tasks. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go to the plus icon over here and then search search for relation, this one over here with the arrow. And now we're going to search for the name of the first table. So we called it data warehouse epics. So let's go and click it. And we're going to say as well two-way relation. So let's go and add the relation. So with that, we got a field in the new table called data warehouse epics. This comes from this table. And as well, we have here data warehouse tasks that comes from the below table. So as you can see, we have linked them together. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this to the left side. And then what we're going to do, we're going to go and select one of those epics. Like for example, let's take design the data architecture. And now what we're going to do, we're going to go and break down this epic into multiple tasks. Like for example, choose data management approach. And then we have another task. What we're going to do, we're going to go and select as well the same epic. So maybe the next step is brainstorm and design the layers. And then let's go to another epic, for example, the project initialization. And we say over here, for example, create git repo, prepare the structure. We can go and make another one in the same epic. Let's say we're going to go and create the database and the schemas. So as you can see, I'm just defining the subtasks of those epics. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go and add a checkbox in order to understand whether we have done the task or not. So we go to the plus and search for check. We need a checkbox. And what we're going to do, we're going to make it really small, like this. And with that, each time we are done with the task, we're going to go and click on it just to make sure that we have done the task. Now, there is one more thing that is not really working nice, and that is here. We're going to have like a long list of tasks, and it's really annoying. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to the plus over here, and let's search for roll up. So let's go and select it. So now what we're going to do, we have to go and select the relationship. It's going to be the data warehouse task. And after that, we're going to go to the property and make it as a checkbox. So now, as you can see in the first table, we are saying how many tasks is closed, but I don't want to show it like this. What you can do, we're going to go to the calculation and to the percent and then percent checked. And with that, we can see the progress of our project. And now instead of the numbers, we can have really nice bar. Great. So as well, we can go and give it a name like progress. So that's it. And we can go and hide the data warehouse tasks. And now with that, we have really nice progress bar for each epic. And if we close all the tasks of this epic, we can see that we have reached 100%. So this is the main structure. Now we can go and add some cosmetics and rename stuff in order to make things look nicer. Like for example, if I go to the tasks over here, I can go and call it tasks and as well go and change the icon to something like this. And if you'd like to have an icon for all those epics, what you're going to do, we're going to go to the epic, for example, design data architecture. And then if you hover on top of the title, you can see add an icon and you can go and pick any icon that's you want. So for example, this one. And now as you can see, we have defined it here in the top and the icon gonna be as well in the below table. Okay, so now one more thing that we can do for the project tasks is that we can go and group them by the epics. So if you go to the three dots and then we go to groups and then we can group up by the epics. And as you can see now we have like a section for each epic and you can go and sort the epics if you want. If you go over here, sort, then manual, and you can go over here and start sorting the epics as you want. And with that, you can expand and minimize each task if you don't want to see always all tasks in one go. So this is a really nice way in order to build like data management for your projects. Of course, in companies, we use professional tools in order to do projects, like for example, Jira. But for private personal projects that I do, I always do it like this. And I really recommend you to do it, not only for this project, for any project that you are doing, because if you see the whole project in one go, you can see the big picture. And closing tasks and doing it like this, these small things can make you really satisfied and keeps you motivated to finish the whole project and makes you proud. Okay friends, so now I just went and added few icons, renamed stuff, and as well more tasks for each epic. And this is gonna be our starting point in the project. And once we have more informations, we're gonna go and add more details on how exactly we're gonna build the data warehouse. So at the start, we're gonna go and analyze and understand the requirements, and only after that, we're gonna start designing the data architecture. And here we have three tasks. First, we have to choose the data management approach. And after that, we're going to do brainstorming and designing the layers of the data warehouse. And at the end, we're going to go and draw a data architecture. So with that, we have clear understanding how the data architecture looks like. And after that, we're going to go to the next epic where we're going to start preparing our projects. So once we have clear understanding of the data architecture, the first task here is to go and create detailed project tasks. So we're gonna go and add more epics and more tasks. And once we are done, then we're gonna go and create the naming conventions for the projects, just to make sure that we have rules and standards in the whole project. And next we're gonna go and create a repository in the Git, and we're gonna prepare as well the structure of the repository so that we always commit our work there. And then we're gonna start with the first script where we're gonna create a database and schemas. So my friends, this is the initial plan for the project. Now let's start with the first epic. We have the requirements analysis.